So, welcome back, everyone. I wanted to jump on and say thank you all so much for all of your prayers and all of your well wishes and your blessings and just all of your support while I was in the hospital. And so I wanted to share with all of you directly what happened. And I know that my husband, because he is so wonderful, put out on social media, and I think he also posted something in the YouTube community section, just letting all of you know that I was in the hospital and asking for prayers. And I know that he's also talked with some of you personally through text messages and things like that. So I'm so appreciative of having such a wonderful group of people who truly have shown that they care and that they were genuinely concerned. So what happened was that on Tuesday morning, I was getting ready for my segment on our local news station. And I woke up, I was perfectly fine. There was absolutely not one single thing wrong. The car was loaded. He had already put all the boxes, the totes, in the SUV. So I wasn't doing any lifting or anything. I had gotten dressed and I was standing up at the end of our bed. And I had my hand on the footboard. And I had pulled my foot up a little bit to slide my sock on. And when I did that, I instantly felt horrible pain in my lower back. And it took my breath away, actually. So I told Sean, I said, oh my God, something is wrong with my back. And I kind of maneuvered myself around to the bed and sat down, and I said, I don't know if I've pulled something or what's going on, but my back is really in a lot of pain. And so he said, well, do you think you're going to be able to go to the news and do your news segment? And I said, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm somebody who I follow through with what I say I'm going to do. I made the commitment, and I was also really looking forward to it. So I was going to be extremely disappointed if I wasn't able to go and do it because I was excited about it. And so the pain that I was in took away that extra excitement, but it didn't take away the excitement of the fact that I was still going to go and the excitement while I was there. But it certainly, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, what have I done? What just happened here? So we got to the news station and we had to set everything up, and I was in terrible, agonizing pain, getting the table dressed and getting things set up for it. And then waiting, we were segment 2, so I was waiting for the segment before me to end and then for mine to start. So as soon as we went live, I just immediately moved forward with the segment, but I was in so much pain. It was unbelievable, guys. I can't even tell you. I literally felt like my back was just broken, honestly. I felt like I had fractured or broken something. It hurt that bad. So we got through the news segment and got home. I went directly to bed, and it was still in morning, basically. I went to bed that day, and I started that evening when I woke up. I started to do some heat and ice, and I was doing like some Aleve and stuff like that, seeing if that would help. I did the heating pad, I did the ice packs, I did all of that. I went to bed that night, and I didn't sleep poorly, but I could tell anytime I would move, I would get that shocking, horrible feeling in my lower back. So Sean got up to go to work Wednesday morning and asked if there was anything I needed. I said no, I was fine. He was gone about 20 minutes, and I went to sit up, and I had no strength whatsoever in my lower back. It was nothing. I felt like I couldn't move it at all. So I was trying to maneuver myself to get off of the bed and get my feet on the floor to go use the restroom. So I maneuvered myself off the bed. I had my arms on the bed. I put my feet on the floor, let go of the bed, and I immediately lost all strength in my back, and I fell. So I called him and I said, I think that there's obviously something really, really wrong. I'm on the floor. I have no strength in my back. I can't move. So will you come home? And I'm going to have to go to the emergency room. So he called an ambulance. They came. I went to the emergency room. I was in the hospital. Of course, they started giving me pain medication. And I'm someone, and if for all of you who know me, like my friends that are watching this and family members, you know that I can barely take, and I will barely take a Tylenol. I don't take pain medication. I've had surgeries on my pinky. I've had a few root canals, and they'll say, here's some pain meds for you to be comfortable. I never take them. I'm that person that just troopers through it. So when I got to the emergency room and they said, we're going to give you Toradol, we're going to give you Ativan, we're going to give you morphine. I was not loving the idea of getting morphine because I'm not someone who does pain meds. And typically in the past, many years ago, when I tried them, they hit my stomach and I immediately just threw them up. So I told them about that, and they said, well, we'll also give you some Zofran. So I had an IV. They gave me all these pain meds and everything. I was completely out of it. Like, I was very, very tired. I had trouble forming my words, but the pain was still there. Very, very, very strong. So the pain medication was making me tired and it was making me sleepy, but it was not touching the pain. So they drew blood, they did lab work. Then the ER doctor came in and he said, I want to admit you because there's a lot of pain going on there, and I think that we certainly need to put you under observation, but I also want an MRI done. So I was admitted Wednesday evening into the hospital, and they did an MRI on Thursday, which was yesterday. So all night Wednesday night I was in the hospital and I was in excruciating pain, and they were still giving me the morphine, and they had also added in another pain medication called gabapentin, which is designed for neurological pain, thinking that would help. That did nothing. I was in excruciating pain to the point where I felt like I knew I wasn't paralyzed, obviously, because I could move my lower extremities, but I felt like I very easily could have been headed in that direction because I had no strength in my lower back. Zero. I could not sit up. I could not move from side to side. There was nothing that I could do. So I needed assistance to get up to go to the restroom, and that was very, very hard. It was just a really painful, awful experience. So they did the MRI and determined that I had not one, but I had two bulging discs that were bulging out, pressing against nerves. I also had what was called sacroiliitis. I think I'm saying that right, but I don't know. And that basically meant there was a ton of inflammation between the joints in my back and my hip and like my leg area. It's hard to explain, but if you look it up, it's certainly better than an explanation than what I'm giving. But there was a lot of inflammation there, and so it was causing a lot of nerve pain because there was just, it looked so altered on the MRI. It just looked terrible. So they said what we typically do is we will start with an injection of numbing medication and a really strong steroid to start decreasing the inflammation, because that's what's going on here. The disc is causing pain, but the odd thing was the disc that's bulging is on my left side, and I had no pain whatsoever on the left side. And when the neurologist came in, she said, I came in expecting you to say, I have no feeling on my left side, my leg is numb and tingling, I'm having a lot of pain. When instead, she came in and I said, it's all down my right side, I am having numbness in my leg, I have zero strength in my back. So she rolled me over and she started doing the feeling test, and when she got to one section, it literally sent me off the table almost. I was like, that's it right there, and she said, okay, I know exactly what it is. She pulled up my MRI and she showed me what it was and where it was located and what we needed to do to treat it. So I was released from the hospital yesterday with an appointment for this morning to go in and have the injection done in my back. So I can say that I am not back to normal. I am not pain-free, but I am home now, and I have been resting. And now that I'm back home, I'm getting ready to start resting again. I feel a slight bit of difference now in my lower back, but by no means is it normal feeling and pain-free, and I can just move around. So I wanted to come on here, number one, because so many people from YouTube and from those people on YouTube that follow me on Instagram, and you follow my Facebook page, and you are very close with me, have been asking my husband, for updates and things like that. And he was good at providing everybody updated information. But I wanted to get on here and personally thank each and every one of you, because I believe that all of your prayers and your blessings and everything help so much in assisting the doctors in finding out what was wrong with me. So there's certainly power in prayer, and certainly when, more than one of us come together and start praying, it just really strengthens our faith. So I wanted to thank all of you so much for your prayers. I appreciate it greatly, and it's going to be a minute before I'm able to jump back on here and start sharing ideas and videos and things for fall, but I just wanted to say thank you all so much for that. I was in tears most of the time, just having him read me some of the things that all of you were saying, and I just so appreciate it so much. So thank you all for that, and also for the kindness on the video segment that I did. That was a wonderful experience, and I don't want what happened to me and my hospitalization to overshadow the experience that I had to go on our news station and share our new, share on our news station my home decor ideas. I'm so thankful to them for allowing me to do that. So I don't want what happened to me physically for this to be the attention over that. So I will include a link in my video description of the video that I did sharing my news segment experience, but also I will include a link in the video description of their YouTube channel, where you can go directly to their YouTube and see it live, the whole segment and everything, in case you missed it. So I am not on pain medication, by the way. I'm just taking some a leave. So, but I'm sound the way that I do because I'm exhausted, guys, and I'm in a lot of pain. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off of here, but I wanted to share this with all of you because I thank you so much for all of your care and your blessings, and it just really reiterates to me that I have a lot of friends here, and I have a great YouTube family. So thank you all so much. Please continue to pray for me that I will get better very quickly and I can come back on and share all of my fall ideas and everything with all of you. So if you haven't done so, check out my video description for links to my social media sites, because a lot of stuff happens over there that doesn't happen over here. So check those out. And once again, thank you guys so much. I just love each and every one of you. So thank you so much, and I'll look for you the next time.